In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 NBA games happening on October 31st, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Boston Celtics versus Philadelphia 76ers. It is a meeting between two Atlantic Division rivals as the Boston Celtics head to Philadelphia to face the 76ers on Friday night in the city of brotherly love. Boston continues to play without Jason Tatum, while Philadelphia remains without Jared McCain and Paul George. The Celtics appear to have moved past their early season struggles. They have won 2 straight and looked strong in a convincing victory over Cleveland. The 76ers, on the other hand, have opened the season as one of the league's most informed teams. Tyrese Maxey has led the way, averaging 37.5 points per game, and his fast start has set the tone for a balanced and confident Philadelphia squad. The 76ers' undefeated start will eventually face its first setback, but for now, they are performing at a high level behind the young duo of Maxey and VJ Edgecombe. The Celtics have shown improvement, winning 7 of the last 10 meetings between these teams, and they have been reliable when cast as small underdogs. Still, the 76ers will likely have Joel Embiid available, and his return strengthens their front court presence. With Maxey and Edgecombe both thriving and the team playing at home in a key NBA Cup matchup, the situation gives Philadelphia a notable advantage. As our first pick for this matchup, the Philadelphia 76ers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Boston enters this contest having played under the total in 3 of its 5 games this season. The Celtics rank 20th in points per game, 10th in offensive efficiency, and 28th in pace, averaging 96.2 possessions per game. Philadelphia has opened the season with 4 consecutive overs. The 76ers are 2nd in scoring offense, 3rd in offensive efficiency, and 18th in tempo, averaging 100.4 possessions per game. The team's recent history also leans in a clear direction, with 7 of the last 8 meetings, including the last 5, finishing above the total. With the 76ers scoring at will and the Celtics gaining rhythm offensively, both teams enter this matchup with upward momentum on the offensive end, which sets the stage for a high-scoring outcome. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Atlanta Hawks versus Indiana Pacers. The Atlanta Hawks and the Indiana Pacers meet on Friday at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in a matchup that comes with no shortage of uncertainty. Atlanta will be short on firepower with Trae Young already ruled out, while Indiana continues to deal with an extended list of absences that includes Benedict Mathurin, TJ McConnell, Tyrese Halliburton, and Obi Toppin. Both teams enter this contest trying to find stability early in the season. The Hawks managed a narrow win over the struggling Nets on Wednesday, but it did little to quiet questions about their form. The Pacers, for their part, remain winless but have shown fight in close games against strong opponents. Without Young, Atlanta's offense will take on a new look, one that could change the tempo and distribution of scoring. That adjustment levels the field somewhat, especially against an Indiana team that has been forced to adapt night after night. Even with several key players out, the Pacers nearly pulled off an upset against the Mavericks in their most recent game, showing they can stay competitive regardless of who is available. The Hawks will still enter as the favorite, mostly due to health rather than consistency. Yet even with Young in the lineup, this team has struggled to find rhythm. Now, without him, there is reason to be cautious. Indiana's injury list may read long, but their effort has been steady, as seen in hard-fought games against the Thunder, Timberwolves, and Mavericks, all of which went down to the wire. Trusting the Hawks right now is difficult, and removing their primary playmaker only adds to that hesitation. Both sides come with risks, but Indiana's resilience gives them an edge in motivation and value at home in what should be a tightly contested matchup. As our first pick for this matchup, the Indiana Pacers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Atlanta Hawks average 113.8 points per game while shooting 45.9% from the field. They give up 120.4 points per game on 49.8% shooting. From beyond the arc, the Hawks convert 34.5% of their attempts and make 75.8% of their free throws. Defensively, they allow opponents to shoot 32.4% from three-point range and collect about 40 rebounds per contest. The Indiana Pacers score an average of 113.3 points per game while hitting 40.4% of their field goals. They allow 122.5 points on 45.8% shooting. From long range, the Pacers shoot 32.1% and connect on 70.3% from the free throw line. On defense, they hold teams to 30.5% shooting from deep and gather roughly 50 rebounds per game. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Toronto Raptors versus Cleveland Cavaliers. The Toronto Raptors and the Cleveland Cavaliers face off on Friday at Rocket Arena in what promises to be an unpredictable NBA matchup. Toronto continues to deal with limited depth as Jakob Poeltl remains unavailable, while Cleveland's focus turns to the health of Donovan Mitchell and Jarrett Allen, both of whom are listed as questionable. This contest carries uncertainty, and bettors should check confirmed lineups before tip-off due to the Cavaliers' injury situation. Cleveland remains the home favorite, which makes sense, but that status comes with risk if Mitchell cannot take the floor. Backing the Raptors might not inspire full confidence, yet laying points with a team missing key contributors is equally uncomfortable. The Cavaliers are already operating short-handed, and with Allen and Mitchell uncertain, their margin for error shrinks. It is also worth noting that Cleveland has struggled against the spread, holding a 1-4-0 record this season, along with a few losses that raise questions about consistency. Given these concerns and the uncertain injury picture, waiting on final reports before wagering makes sense. As our first pick for this matchup, the Toronto Raptors to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Turning to the scoring outlook, both teams have leaned heavily on offense through the early stretch of the season. Toronto averages 121.4 points per game and has allowed over 130 in 4 consecutive defeats, revealing a defense that has yet to settle. Cleveland, meanwhile, has posted 116.2 points on average, relying on steady offensive production even amid lineup changes. Toronto's strong ball movement and efficient shooting suggest the team can keep pace, especially from three-point range, while both defenses have struggled to limit opponents. Cleveland's injuries might slow the tempo slightly, yet the presence of Mitchell, if available, and Evan Mobley's inside touch should help maintain scoring balance. Neither team has shown reliable defensive control, and the recent trends point toward continued high totals. With both offenses capable and defensive stops at a premium, this matchup projects to produce a high-scoring outcome. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Knicks versus Chicago Bulls. The New York Knicks and the Chicago Bulls meet Friday at the United Center in what sets up as an interesting early season matchup. The Knicks continue to monitor Mitchell Robinson, who remains questionable due to an ankle issue, while the Bulls are still without Kobe White and Zach Collins. Despite those absences, the Knicks have opened as the road favorite, which stands out given that they dropped 2 of 3 meetings against the Bulls last season. Chicago, meanwhile, has started the season strong, winning their first 4 games while showing balance and composure. The pairing of Josh Giddey and Matas Buzelis has helped offset the loss of White, keeping the offense steady and the rotation cohesive. New York, by contrast, has struggled to carry its defensive identity on the road. The Knicks sit at 0-2-0 away from home, where lapses in effort and communication have cost them late in games. The market still favors the Knicks, but it's difficult to ignore how well the Bulls have begun. Chicago remains unbeaten and owns a 4-0-0 record against the spread this season. They also took 2 of 3 from New York last year, showing they can handle this matchup. The line feels unusual given both current form and historical results, and it seems to shift the edge toward the home team. While both sides have credible arguments, the combination of Chicago's rhythm, home court energy, and the Knicks' road inconsistency gives the Bulls a slight advantage in value entering this contest. As our first pick for this matchup, the Chicago Bulls to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. From a statistical view, the Knicks have played to a balanced scoring pace but remain inconsistent on both ends. They average 110.5 points per game while shooting 40.6% from the field and allowing the same 110.5 points on 47.9% shooting. From beyond the arc, they hit 33% of attempts and convert 84.8% from the line. Defensively, they allow opponents to shoot 37.9% from deep and collect 49.5 rebounds per game, showing effort on the boards but but vulnerability to perimeter shooting. Chicago's numbers present a slightly stronger profile. The Bulls average 119.8 points per game while shooting 49.6% and surrender 111.3 points on 46.4% opponent shooting. From three-point range, they make 38.8% of their shots and hit 78% from the foul line. On defense, they've held teams to 25.9% from deep and average 48.3 rebounds per contest. Both sides feature capable offenses, yet the Bulls improved shooting efficiency and defensive control around the arc shape expectations for how this game's pace may unfold. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed, subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.